Ultra Evo is a brand new class here in the vintage scene. It's 2003 to 2008 bikes like this 2005 YZ250, and my good friend Tom Grimshaw is here at the Vets Motocross Nations at Foxhill to take on that Ultra Evo class on this bike, and we're going to follow him for the entire weekend. Let's go racing.
So we are here at Foxhill for what might be the world's coolest two-stroke motocross event. We are joining the Grimshaw clan for the day, and it truly is a family affair for these guys, with Dad Dave, Uncle Steve and our man Tom all taking part this weekend. Strap yourselves in and get ready for some good old-fashioned two-stroke bar banging. So here we are at Foxhill's, Tom. 2022 Vets Motocross Nations, and you're racing a brand new class this year, the Ultra Evo class on this 2005 YZ250. Just tell us a little bit about your bike and then how you're feeling coming into this weekend. What are your expectations?
On an 05 Yam 250, which we bought at the start of the year. It has taken us the whole year to actually finish it. I rode it for the first time about 2 weeks ago, and yeah, ran it in, all sweet, all sounds nice. And obviously I'm used to the 4-stroke 250, so jumping on this was a bit of a change. But it's only a bit of fun this weekend, and excited to ride it. And yeah, in the new class, the Ultra class this weekend, and we're just having a discussion. There's quite a few good names, so ex-former British Championship riders and like actual British Championship riders now. So it's going to be a good mix between abilities, and I think it's just going to be good racing overall.
And obviously we're here at Foxhill. You raced here earlier in the year, the British Championship. This is the first time the Vets Motocross Nations has come to this track. How are you feeling about hitting the circuit on an older bike? Obviously it's a big old track, it's a gnarly track, big hills, some big jumps. How are you feeling about that?
I'm all right. I feel okay, and jumps wise we'll have a good little feel maybe. I think it should be no problem for me, but for my dad I'm a little bit nervous. I am a little bit nervous. A few big jumps out there for him, but no, I think it's going to be fine. The 05, we've checked the spokes, and I think everything's going to hold up okay actually. And like I said, it's a great track. They've actually added a few more hills this year. I think the layout looks great, so I think it's going to be some good racing this weekend.
Final question then, the Vets Motocross Nations is one of the biggest dirt bike events in the country, if not the world, one of the biggest kind of celebrations of two-stroke bikes. Mate, if you come round that corner first on this and just send the step down, the noise from the crowd, because there's going to be a lot of people here, will be insane. How much are you looking forward to just riding in front of a massive crowd?
Every time I come here, my dad, my uncle, everything tells me about the heyday and how the grass banks are full of the crowd, and by the sounds of it and by the looks of it already, there's a lot of people here. So it's just like, I think it's going to be hopefully the same sort of atmosphere. And I'm not renowned for my good starts, but I'm probably a bit of extra motivation with seeing the crowd, and hopefully I'll pull one and, like I said, be the first down the valley. That'll be a great feeling, and I hope you guys there be to capture it. So I'll put it down now. I'll get one as long as you guys are there to capture it.
Well, we're going to have a GoPro on you, so we'll be there no matter what, mate.
Okay, that's perfect then. That's perfect. That'll work out.
We can't wait to see Tom let rip around Foxhill Motor Park here. Let's get ready for the gate drop.
Race 1 for the Ultra Evo class is up next. What can Tom Grimshaw do on board his 18-year-old YZ250? Does he have the comfort on board the old two-stroke to nail a whole shot and grab a race win? Well, he's going to have his hands full. Tom's fellow MX2 pro and arch nemesis for the weekend, Sam Nunn, was super fast in qualifying. He grabbed pole position on board his 2005 YZ250. Former European 250 champion Stephen Clark will also be in the mix on board his custom 500, as will Harry Bradley on board his beautiful Ricky Carmichael-inspired CR250. And former British Championship star Liam Garland will also be lurking and looking to grab podium finishes. Tom eventually came home with the second fastest time in qualifying, giving him a solid gate position, as we see him here lining up next to AMCA great James Dodd. The heads are down and the revs are up. It's time for the gate drop. And the gates have dropped. It's a great jump for Tom Grimshaw, but Liam Garland flying into the first corner, he overcooks it. Tom Grimshaw, a nice sneaky line up the inside there. So it looks like he's second, just behind his arch nemesis for the weekend, Sam Nunn. These two guys are good friends off of the track, but for this weekend they're going head to head for this Ultra Evo crown. Looks like Bradley Wheeler up there in third as well, a good start for him. But can anyone keep up with the pace of these front two runners, Tom Grimshaw and Sam Nunn? Both of these lads are current MX2 pros at the British Championship, battling for top fives and podium positions at the British Championship all year long. So can anyone keep up with the pace of these two this weekend? At the moment it looks like the circuit is in prime conditions here. This is the very first moto of the weekend here at the 2022 Vets and Motocross Designations. So the track in prime conditions at the moment. A little bit dusty in places, but nothing that these lads can't handle. So up to the top end of the circuit for the first time. Sam Nunn and Tom Grimshaw drop down the main hill into the bottom corner, and they'll drag race back up here. Tom trying to stay out of the roost of Sam Nunn there. And it's close here as we draw towards the end of the first lap. Big step down into the valley. What a spectacular circuit for some two-stroke racing here this weekend. An awesome spectacle for the fans to watch. As we can hear, they are getting excited as racing is finally underway here. Sam Nunn leads. He's also riding a 2005 YZ250, as is Tom Grimshaw. They leap down the valley to end the first lap, back up 2 corners before the finish to complete lap number 1 here. And it's tight. Sam Nunn does look formidable as he leads the way at the moment. What can Tom Grimshaw do about that? Absolutely on the gas on board that YZ250. What a sound. Tom leaping down the big step down here at the start of the lap. Sam Nunn didn't pull the trigger that time, so that enabled Tom to close the gap somewhat there. Tom's starting to look very comfortable on board this old two-stroke of his now. Scrubbing his way through the valley there. But in that back half of the track, that back section, Sam Nunn has opened up the gap, stretching away his lead now. So yeah, a good few bike lengths now, a couple of seconds advantage over Tom Grimshaw. And Tom's got to be careful because Liam Garland is lurking there in third position. He can't afford to rest up too much. Sam Nunn begins to stretch away with the race lead. Is there anything Tom can do about this now? So we're over the halfway mark. Just a handful of laps left to go. This is a sprint race for these riders, remember. Tom Grimshaw and Sam Nunn are used to British Championship length races. So this is just going to be a few lap sprints for these guys. So the opening laps are so important. And Sam Nunn was able to stretch open a gap in the first 2 laps. Can Tom close that gap with just a handful of laps left to go? He's going to have to hope for some help from the back markers, I think. He takes a big long look at the massive crowd here at Foxhill, soaking up the atmosphere into the penultimate turn. It looks like that last lap flag has come out for Sam Nunn then, so this is the last chance for Tom Grimshaw here in moto number 1. What can he do, if anything? Launching down, still pulling the trigger on the big step down. A spectacular sight. Sam Nunn is still just about in sights for Tom Grimshaw. He's going to have to hope for some help from the back markers. And there are a handful of those guys coming up, so this might get dicey before the end. And Tom looking oh so comfortable on board that YZ250 now. On the gas, up the valley again. Jumping left, down and then up one of the big hills here at Foxhill, and we can see the back markers ahead of the race leaders now. So are they going to cause issues for Sam Nunn or Tom Grimshaw with half a lap to go? You see that dust building up now. So here's a back marker for Tom Grimshaw to deal with as he drops down the main hill for the last time. Sam Nunn looks to have made nice quick work of the lappers here, so Sam Nunn is through clean. And Tom Grimshaw past another lapper. There's one more in front of him here. Looks like a KX250. Jumping down the gravity cavity here. And Tom gets held up a little bit. But I think it's too little too late perhaps for Tom Grimshaw with 2 straights to go. One pass through the valley now, the main valley. And I think Sam Nunn is just a little bit too far ahead for Tom Grimshaw to do anything about it. 3 turns left to go. Another back marker in front of Tom Grimshaw now. Sam Nunn has a clear track ahead of him. Leaping down the valley goes Tom Grimshaw. Meanwhile, Sam Nunn manoeuvres the final 2 corners. He takes the checkered flag. Tom Grimshaw has successful for 2nd place. We simply wouldn't be able to get to awesome events like this one without the support of our channel sponsors. 24MX are a global motocross parts and accessories distributor, and they stock some of the dirt bike world's leading brands as well as some of their very own products. For example, these wicked titanium pegs that the YZ is now sporting. These pegs are a thing of beauty. They've been hand welded with super sharp teeth for maximum grip. Titanium is 55% lighter than steel, so as well as looking factory, we've also got that added weight saving benefit. These pegs are already on the 24MX site at an insanely tempting price at the moment, but I can offer you guys an extra 10% off if you use our promo code MAX10. I'll leave a link to those in the description down below. A massive thanks goes out to 24MX for supporting the channel. Without our partners, we wouldn't be able to make awesome videos like this one. So if you're in the market for a quick and easy way to trick up your bike, you've definitely got to check these out. Now let's get the lowdown from Tom and hit the track for race 2.
Yeah, good start. I haven't done a race start until that one, so I didn't know how it was going to react, and actually I've done all right. Got out okay. I think I was about 3rd going into the 1st turn, and it was like an inside rut which I managed to hook onto. So I actually got up into 2nd, and then it was just Sam ahead of me, and I tried to stay with Sam, but I just didn't feel comfortable going that pace yet on that bike, because obviously everything's a bit new and everything, but no, I had great fun. I just rode it around for 2nd in the end, and managed to get all the sections down on the track now, so hopefully over the weekend now we get a bit faster.
It's time for Ultra Evo Race 2 to get underway, but not before we cook a few clutches. So it looks like we've had a gate malfunction here. We're going to have some cooked clutches in this full field of 2 strokes, I believe. So it looks like the officials have decided to forego the start gates of this race and opt for a flag start. So let's see how that goes for Tom Grimshaw and the rest of the Ultra Evo contenders. And they're off then. It looks like Sam Nunn with another flying start. Bradley Wheeler as well on the number 151 machine. Good start for him. Tom Grimshaw tries to sneak up the inside again. Not quite to the same effect this time. He's buried in the pack. And it's dicey at the start of Moto number 2 then. Race 2 of 4 for the weekend. Tom Grimshaw finds himself in about 6th or 7th position. 6th place now. He makes a pass there. It looks like Sam Nunn at the moment running away with the race lead. Liam Garland, Stephen Clark there as well. And oh, they nearly touched Garland and Clark. That was dicey for sure. And look at this, it looks like a whole load of water has been poured on the track. That may cause some issues here, especially if you're stuck in the mid-pack like Tom Grimshaw. Vision might be an issue. As we've just seen, he's just been sprayed. Meanwhile, Sam Nunn and Stephen Clark battling for that leading spot. Tom Grimshaw in 6th position now, behind Bradley Wheeler there. And he is absolutely covered in roots and mud. So that might cause some problems for Tom Grimshaw as this race progresses. He's looking to make a pass for 5th here as they launch down one of the big step downs and then immediately back up. Yep, Tom Grimshaw makes the pass for 5th stick. And you can see he is absolutely roosted to death. So that's lap 1 complete here. We can see how treacherous the track is here on the opening laps. Tom Grimshaw in 5th position, looking to make a pass on that RM250 just ahead of him. Yes, he makes that happen, so he's into 4th position now. He has Liam Garland, Stephen Clark and Sam Nunn ahead of him. But those race leaders have been able to stretch away on the opening 2 laps from Tom Grimshaw. He sits in a lonely 4th place now on his 2005 YZ250. But it's that battle for the lead, which is the one to watch at the moment. Sam Nunn versus Stephen Clark, the former European 250 champion and world champion on the 85. He's now into the lead as the last lap flag comes out. So Scuba Steve Clark on that custom 500 two-stroke has the race lead. Liam Garland still in 3rd. Tom Grimshaw remains all alone in 4th position on this final lap of action. Through the valley for the last time goes our race leader Stephen Clark. Sam Nunn still lurking there in 2nd. Clark takes the win ahead of Sam Nunn. Liam Garland will come home in 3rd place, and Tom Grimshaw will cross the line in 4th position, a little bit disappointed with how that race unfolded.
Yeah, so not the best second one, but it was first there was just a little malfunction with the gate, so they done a flag start, which I don't think I've ever done. So they dropped the flag, and I didn't get the best of jump, and then I didn't realise how much they put water down. Like they really, because there was a little bit of break, they obviously trying to keep the dust down. They drenched it for us, so it was a few bits. So they were just a bit dangerous, but obviously the track needs a bit of water in, but it was unfortunately we draw the short straw, don't we? So I've got absolutely covered, as you can see, and then worked myself through okay, if you know what I mean. But then I looked up and the front runners were gone, so unfortunately there was no battling towards the front. But yeah, so I came home for 4th, but tomorrow's another day, so we'll try and get the win tomorrow.
Next time, join us in the next episode where we return to Foxhill for day 2 to see if Tom can find redemption in races 3 and 4. But a spanner has been thrown in the works inside of the Grimshaw camp. Overnight, the decision was made to line up for day 2 on board this 1996 YZ250. To find out why and watch the epic conclusion, be sure to subscribe to the channel right now to never miss an episode.